What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ance Armstrong back again here. Today is Monday. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to make some subs. MLB The Show 21. Let's break down all the content coming out and MLB The Show this week. We got a lot going on. Team Affinity 4 is coming out this week. We know that Team Affinity drops are some of the biggest content drops we get in MLB The Show. That's gonna have some major moves in the market. Not only that, we're getting a brand new ranked seasons with 2 new rewards, and we're getting a player of the month drop as well. So tons of content coming out this week and MLB The Show. Let's break it all down. Let's take a look at the market as well. If y'all did some investments from the flash sale, let's take a look at some of those, how those are holding up. I've been having a lot of people ask me, when are we gonna sell these flash sale investments? Let's take a look at where they are, how they're holding up. Of course, with all the content coming out this week, we will be live on Twitch. You can catch the link to that down into the description below. You can also catch the link to our Discord as well. And if you're a member here on YouTube or you're a sub over on Twitch, you get access to our sub making room in Discord, where we're talking about all of these methods that we mentioned in this video in much more detail. So be sure to hit up all the socials down in the description below. Let's hop into it. Let's dive in and take a look at the market. So first off, when we look at the schedule, we can see the new ranked season that comes out Tuesday. Usually those come out on Monday. This one is going to come out Tuesday with Labor Day, a little bit different there. And then on Wednesday, we have the monthly awards along with the brand new event. And then Team Affinity Season 4 coming out on Friday. Social media reveals has been started. We've seen some of those revealed already. Bob Gibson, Greg Mannix, Brett Saberhagen, Duke Snyder, just to name a few of those. Definitely going to be some insane cards coming along with that. And there's some things I want to talk about. Maybe we have a collection coming soon. Along with that Team Affinity, I definitely think it's possible. We're going to talk about a lot about Team Affinity here later on in the video. So definitely be sure to watch all the way through for that. First off, out the gate right here with the new ranked seasons coming out, that does mean that Monte Irvin and Tommy Kahnle, those 2 cards are going to leave the pennant race pack. You can see those go up in price a little bit. Then we come on down here to the World Series pack. That means both Goose and Larry Walker are going to be out of that World Series pack. Right now, $250K for Goose. He's been climbing. Larry Walker at $150, so not as expensive, but both of these are going to be leaving the World Series pack. So I would expect them to get even more expensive after they leave the pack, especially if we get another collection coming out with Team Affinity Season 4. I could see us getting a Legends and Flashbacks expansion collection coming out with that. Now, of course, they could mix it up. We do have these cumulative rewards that get you the World Series reward at 40 wins. Could they maybe shorten this a little bit, or could they do what they did with BR, where they add in that rewind pack, so to speak, of those old 12-0 guys you get at 80 points in the BR program now? Could they add in something like that for World Series? I definitely think that it is possible and could see that being added in here, which would make those a lot cheaper. So maybe wait and see what the new ranked season brings. I think that would be a really awesome change for it. But if it doesn't change, definitely expect Larry Walker and Goose to both be increased in price, especially Goose as he is. We all know how tough the milestones can be, especially when it comes to collections, and Goose is just a really solid reliever as well. Now on to monthly awards. A lot of these tops now, guys, not too expensive right now, around the 85, 8600 mark. If you want to invest for the monthly awards program, you can definitely do that. There's probably some potential. I think from an investment perspective, the best play is going to be wait for that program to drop, and then that very first pack, that second pack within that monthly awards program, those cards are going to crash as people get those packs early on within the program. Those probably get down to quick sell, if not less, from so many people getting those packs in the program. I think that ends up being a really good opportunity to come in and invest on some of the tops now. At that point, maybe these go up. A lot of the times, tops now can really be hit or miss. They can soar, they can crash. A lot of times, really tough to predict and really have a firm bead on what's happening with these. Now, one thing I will say, it is possible we get a lightning collection as well, where you collect all the lightning cards we've gotten so far, and that will lead you to a Tatis 99 lightning flashback that we had from last year, something along those lines. If that happens, definitely expect tops now across the board to be soaring. Something to keep in mind if we get any hints like that. Otherwise, for this, I'm kind of just holding back. I'm waiting. I'll see what Top Sound we're doing on Wednesday when the program comes out. If some of them crash, I'll definitely come in and scoop some up, especially as we usually get a Top Sound collection for the inning program each time that has those prices be boosted up, along with Top Sound possibly being needed for another voucher for a Legends and Flashbacks collection. We probably see a boost there as well. So if there's a crash come Wednesday on some of these right out the gate, I'll come in and scoop. Other than that, I'm kind of holding off on these. I still have all my investments from the flash sale that I'm kind of sitting on right now. That's keeping me from having too many subs to go in with. Speaking of flash sales, let's go through the inventory a little bit with what we're working with here. We're gonna come through, we're gonna filter the inventory. If y'all didn't know, you can filter your inventory and it'll show you every card that you have, and it's much easier to cycle through all your cards here. Let's take a look at some of these flash sale guys as we go through here. I think the first one that pops up is this JT Realmuto, 47,000 right now on the buy now. He's creeping up just a little bit, these mid all-star guys. Lance Lynn around a similar price, but as you can see, he's not that far from getting up to 48K, slowly creeping down into 50K range. I got 6 of these that would have bought right around that 38, 39K. At one point, he got down to like 35, 34K. I think if you bought then, you can take a solid profit right now. For me, I'm gonna wait a couple more days on JT Realmuto. Just gonna see if he can creep up into that 55, 60 range. I think once he starts creeping up, it will go pretty quick. We can see the trend line definitely had that rebound, flattened out a little bit. But as you can even see, after his last crash, he had a little bit of a rebound, slow rebound that first day, and then really started turning it on. After that, even the crash before had a really bottom line and then a peak after that. So I'm hoping they can get back to 55, 60K. I can just about double up my stubs on these all-star game guys. A lot of these headliners as well have been rebounding pretty nicely. Steven Strasburg, I think I was getting Strasburg for around 23K, for example. Yeah, I think I was getting him right around 20. Yeah, that big, a lot of these have had a nice rebound day one, flattened out a little bit so far. We're going to be holding on to these as well with these headliners for now. I don't want to hold too much. Same with the all-star game. Same with everything that we're talking about today in terms of where the market's at. I don't want to hold too much because I don't want to be stuck holding 6 JT Realmuto mid-tier all-star game guys, and then every single division within Team Affinity 4 has an all-star game pack. His price crashes immediately, and it's a guarantee we're going to be getting some sort of pack within TA4, whether it's all-star game, home run derby, kitchen sink. Maybe they double back up with space, Field of Dreams. I don't know. We're going to be getting something. And so because of that, I am going to fully liquidate everything come Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That is for sure. These Field of Dreams guys, these guys are down to like 5,500, almost closing in on 11K is Chris Bryant right now. That's just about doubling up on your stubs. Really, really good return for these Chris Bryants. I'm still holding. He was about 15K or so right before the crash. I think you can get back up to the 12, 13 range. That's a really, really solid spot to come in and cash out on. Same with these mid-tier of the home run derby. They're rebounding pretty well. 72K right now for Trevor Story. We look at the trend line. Pretty solid rebound. They've been pretty consistent right around that 100K mark before the first crash. Got back up to it again. So I'm holding these again just for a little bit longer. I got these close to around 40K though. So a really, really good return on the investment. Lou Brock, another Field of Dreams guy. Lance Lynn as well, right? Getting close to that 50K mark. These base all-star games, 6,800. They have rebounded about 500 to 600 stubs a piece. So there is some rebound there. If you got a lot of these right at quick sell, definitely some profit to be had there. I definitely do not envision them getting back to that point you can see before their first crash of that over north of 15K. I think best case scenario, if there isn't a all-star game pack in Team Affinity 4, these can maybe get up to 8K, 9K. But even at 7,500, if you bought in at 5, pretty solid return overall. So in general, solid rebound so far for these flash sale guys. I'm still holding out another day or two before I start offloading, with my plan to have everything sold before Friday when Team Affinity comes out, because I don't want to risk holding anything and then having the market crash from whatever packs end up being within that program. Speaking of Team Affinity 4, we do see the live series market climbing quite a bit right now. Matt Barnes, 1,300 at an 84. $1,100 for Flaherty, $1,100 for Grisham, $1,200 really for each of those. So if you're looking at doing your exchanges, our 84s are starting to climb up. You still can get some 83s at quick sell, which is a really, really good buy if you're trying to prep for Team Affinity 4. You can come in, get some 83s at quick sell. If you're going from an investment perspective, not a bad play on those either. Same with these 1,200 stub 84s, or if you can get those 78, 79s around that 200 stub price. Again, as we mentioned before, those are really, really good buys. Again, 79, 78s around 200 subs for exchanges are really solid. If you're looking at from an investment perspective, there's definitely some potential to invest. Guys like Flaherty and Trent Grisham, if people are really going after those exchanges in TA4, these cards are going to soar up in price. But one thing to note is that we have gotten pack sales in addition to Team Affinity before. If y'all played in MLB The Show 20, Team Affinity 3, people were locked and loaded. We were stocked up on hundreds and hundreds of live series cards. We bought them all at quick sell. They were up to 2 to 3K a piece right before Team Affinity dropped. Team Affinity drops 50% off, packs hit at the same time, and the entire market crashed. So if you are investing in live series cards for Team Affinity, just keep that in mind, that there is always that potential. SDS usually likes to balance out market rises with pack sales, flash sales, things of that nature. All that being said, when Team Affinity 4 drops, there's going to be an incredible way to make some subs. We're talking flash sale level returns on your investment. Take a look at these TA3 packs, for example. As you can see, we got the Space 1, the Space 2, and the Space 3 pack, along with all the ball-ins and Team Affinity packs and all that. But really, these choice packs, we got these within each Team Affinity path. And as you can see, I mean, the prices of these have rebounded some a little bit. Auto up to around 9,000, but these were at firm quick sell for a very long time, right whenever the Team Affinity program dropped. So if you're looking to make some stubs, keep an eye on what choice packs are within this path. For example, base guy home run derbies are 16K stubs right now a piece on a buy now. If home run derby packs are part of the Team Affinity path, and I think that they will be, my guess right now is we get a Field of Dreams All-Star Game and home run derby in each Team Affinity path. If that's the case, home run derby cards are going to go from 16K a piece right down to quick sell. But long term, there will probably be a really solid rebound in there. And even if there isn't, these space guys, right when the program Team Affinity 3 dropped, you could flip them 1,000 to 2,000 subs a piece. So a lot of room to make quite a bit of profit there on that end. So when TA4 drops, keep your eye out on what packs are in this program path. Watch the crash for those packs and then come in, scoop some up really cheap. I mean, if it comes Friday and you're buying home run derby guys at quick sell, mid-tier all-star games at like 15K, 10K, even less, you're going to be able to make a ton of subs off of that in the long term, because there's going to be a bounce back for those to some degree at some point. Again, we will be live on Twitch when the program drops, so we'll be keeping up with the market and all the trends, and we'll probably have another video after the program drops as well, going over some of the packs that are in there and some of the prices and what are some good points to come in at to make sure you can come in and capitalize on all of that. Not to mention, on top of all of that, there's potential that we have this Legends and Flashbacks collection expand to some degree. I think it's a guarantee we're going to get some form of collection with Team Affinity 4. With TA1, we had the Jackie collection as part of that. TA2, we saw Mo drop at the same time along with TA2. TA3, we had the Otani collection come with all those All-Star Game and Home Run Derby cards. TA4, we're going to be getting something. It could be another expansion to this Legends and Flashbacks collection. Maybe that's how we finally get somebody along the lines of Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Mickey Mantle, King Griffey Jr. We could see somebody like that come along. So I'm making sure I'm prepared. And as soon as I sell off all my flash sale investments, I'm coming through and I'm buying all these cards in these card types that I do not have, because I want to be prepared. I want to be locked and loaded. I want to be ready for that. I don't think it's a matter of if we get some form of collection. I think it's just a matter of what type of collection are we going to get. Personally, I think we're going to get another voucher-based collection like Mookie and Mo, and it's going to be one of the best cards in this game, hands down. So I would make sure I'm prepared for that. I obviously don't know anything that y'all don't, but I just got a feeling, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes my spidey senses start tingling. they were last week with the flash sale. And I got a feeling we're going to see these collections expand, and we're going to need almost every card in the game for it, but it's going to have some insane rewards. I want to be prepared for that, along with Team Affinity 4 after I complete that. So that does do it for today's video. As always, you got any questions about the market, stubs, anything, hit me up down in the comment section below. And let me know what you think of these TA4 reveals so far. We've seen a handful to this point. All legends, no future stars yet, but let me know what you think of them down in the comment section below. Let's make some stubs this week. Let's make some stubs with the TA4 drop. I got a feeling we're gonna need them with possibly some collections coming around the corner. As always, you enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Until next time, I'll catch y'all around.